Please help me for 1K subscribers, I muttered quietly to myself as I scrolled through my phone, pausing mid-breath when a message preview flickered across the screen. I'm just waiting for his inheritance, then I'm yours. My chest seized, and a sharp taste of bile rose in my throat. It wasn't spam. It wasn't a mistake. It was from her. From the woman I had vowed to spend my life with. My wife. I sat frozen at the edge of our bed. The warm hum of the ceiling fan above mixing with the ringing in my ears. The room smelled faintly of her perfume. The scent I once found comforting, now suffocating. My hand hovered over the screen, trembling. The words blurred as tears burned behind my eyes. Confusion, disbelief, and rage collided in a storm I couldn't contain. We had always seemed perfect to everyone else. Saturday morning coffees, casual laughter at dinner parties, her hand resting lightly on mine in the grocery store. I had convinced myself that our life was unshakable, that our marriage was built on something real. But in that moment, as I stared at the message, every memory felt like a lie stitched together by smiles and whispered promises. I thought back to the small, nagging inconsistencies I had brushed aside. Her late nights at work, the phone that always buzzed but was instantly hidden when I entered the room, the sudden obsession with designer bags and luxury trips that I never understood. I had rationalized them, telling myself I was being paranoid, imagining shadows where none existed. I had ignored the chill creeping in, telling myself love required trust. And now, the truth slammed into me like a freight train. I tried calling her, but the phone went straight to voicemail. Her laughter, her playful sighs, the soft way she said my name, all of it now felt hollow. I left the bedroom, pacing across our living room, and noticed the framed photo of us on the mantel. The edges were pristine, our smiles wide perfect. I imagined tearing it down, smashing it, but my hands wouldn't move. Instead, I sank onto the sofa, my head in my hands, heart hammering in disbelief. I replayed her texts in my mind, each word a knife twisting deeper. Waiting for his inheritance. Waiting for me? Or was it just the idea of wealth, the allure of convenience? Was there ever love, or had I been a placeholder all along? The thought made Bao rise again. My stomach churned, but it wasn't just anger, it was grief. I grieved the woman I thought I knew, the future I had meticulously planned, the quiet mornings and warm evenings that now seemed tainted. Hours passed, or maybe minutes, I couldn't tell. Every sound felt amplified. The hum of the refrigerator, the distant bark of a neighbor's dog, the faint tick of the clock. My mind raced, unwilling to settle, unwilling to forgive. I needed answers. I needed to see her, to confront her before the pieces of our life disintegrated completely. When she finally arrived, the faint scent of her perfume hit me again. She smiled, casual, unaware. "Hey, you've been up?" Her voice was light, teasing, and my chest tightened. I looked at her, searching for a crack, a flicker of guilt, and found nothing. She was poised, immaculate, like the betrayal hadn't even occurred. "We need to talk," I said, my voice rougher than I intended. She tilted her head, curiosity flickering in her eyes, and that infuriated me further. How could she look so serene while my world was crumbling? "About what?" she asked, genuinely puzzled. I swallowed hard. "About us, and the texts I found." My hand shook as I lifted my phone, screen facing her. She saw it instantly, the words reflected in her eyes, and for a moment, just a fraction of a second, her calm faltered. "It's not what it looks like," she began, her voice carefully measured. "Not what it looks like?" I repeated, disbelief cutting through every syllable. "You're waiting for someone else's inheritance, and I'm just, what? A stopgap until you get what you want." Her eyes softened, almost pleading. "I never meant for it to hurt you. I was trapped, in a way you'll never understand. My family, they pushed me, and I thought." "Thought what?" I snapped, rising to my feet. "That manipulating me, using me, lying to my face, that was love." She flinched, and I saw it then. The weight she had carried, the moral compromise etched into her every gesture. "I cared for you," she whispered. "I just got lost in everything else. The money, the security, the pressure. I didn't know how to reconcile it with how I felt." I laughed bitterly, a sound that wasn't truly laughter. "You cared for me?" I paced again, fists clenching. Every smile, every touch, every promise. Was it all just part of a plan? She didn't answer. She couldn't. And in that silence, the full magnitude of her betrayal pressed down on me, heavier than any words could describe. The night stretched, each second a slow, torturous heartbeat. I wanted to scream, to throw something, to destroy the world that had suddenly turned against me. Instead, I sat, staring at her, listening to the truth hang between us like a guillotine waiting to fall. I realized then that betrayal wasn't always loud. Sometimes it was quiet, insidious, a shadow creeping over years of trust. And sometimes, the people you love the most are capable of the deepest treachery. Not out of malice, but out of fear, desire, weakness. I don't know if I can forgive this, I said finally, voice trembling raw. I don't even know if I want to. She reached out, but I stepped back. Don't, I said sharp. Not yet. Maybe not ever. I need time. I need space. And maybe, I need to let go of the person I thought I married. Her lips pressed together, a fragile line of regret, and I turned away. The wind rattled the blinds, casting fleeting shadows across the room. I felt like a stranger in my own home, surrounded by relics of a life that now felt like someone else's dream. And as I sat there, heart heavy, mind racing, I understood something terrifying. Love, even when real, can be shattered in an instant. Trust, even when given freely, can be broken without warning. And sometimes, the person you thought would hold you forever is capable of leaving you in ruins with just a few words on a screen. The message burned in my memory, impossible to erase. I'm just waiting for his inheritance, then I'm yours. I would never see her the same way again. I would never feel safe in that house, in that bed, in that life. And maybe one day, I would forgive, but not now. Not tonight. Tonight, I sat in the quiet, heartbroken and hollow, haunted by what I loved and what I had lost, and by the cruel, undeniable truth that the person beside me had already chosen another path.